This kind of footage right here. This is good footage.
I'm show you some footage.
Sheila, we gotta make a video today.
My favorite.
She hates it when I just randomly pull the camera out. So,
yeah, you still do.
Sheila, they don't like us. They hate us. So what we've been seeing in some of our comments, my best comment so far is I wish I would have never seen this, or I hope I never see you again.
Or you talk too much.
Get to the point. They hate us. Today we're going to talk about starting a YouTube channel in the RV world. That sounds like a good one. The top 5 things. Sheila came up with the 5 things. This is going to be good.
We're doing this right here?
No, you better roll the intro and we'll head inside.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
Sheila's warming up by the fire. This is in checking our blue paper to make sure that it's not coming off.
Because it's April and I'm still
It is still cold.
It's still cold.
It's still cold. I hope you enjoyed our intro. If you're new to the channel, hopefully that you'll be able to leave a good comment at the end and maybe not as many thumbs downs. And you can always do all the things, and all the things on the Switch It Up channel are thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and it's free. Subscribing's free, isn't it?
Yes, and they can always change their mind.
And you can always change your mind. Hopefully, if you subscribe now at the beginning of the video, at the end of the video you don't unsubscribe. That's kind of the goal.
Don't change your mind that
Don't change your mind that quickly. We have like 3 or 4 videos. But I am looking forward to Sheila and I discussing the top 5 things, if you're going to start a YouTube channel in the RV world or just in general, that we feel you kind of have to roll with. You ready to do such a thing? Sheila did a good job planning this out. Where did this inspiration come from?
Life. Our life.
Mm-hmm. Our life. And it was accentuated today by a conversation.
Yes, we had a conversation with some crew members that are thinking about starting their own channel.
Yeah, and like this right here, Sheila's not in focus. See, so that's RV life. There, oh, see, look at that. Now you look great.
Thanks, babe.
So, let's start with these wonderful top 5 items. Ready? I guess where we're going to sit. We're going to sit? Well, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something. This feels natural. Okay, number 1. Sheila, what's number 1?
If you're gonna start a YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
well, at least in the RV world, I
think it could be generic as well.
Okay. You have to be okay not everyone liking you.
Yes. This is a true statement. I think creating the YouTube content, you are getting ready to get scrutinized by the words you're getting ready to say, or your personality, or the content that you're going to be putting out there. And you have to, I have a lot of thick skin, and when we first started, Sheila was like, I can't believe they said that. You know, they don't know who we are.
Yeah, and I think that you put it in perspective for me is to say, okay, they're saying they don't like this, or they don't like what you said. They're not necessarily don't like us.
Right.
And it's hard to separate the two sometimes. And I think that that's a lot of our society. You want the thumbs up on Facebook. You want the likes.
Instant gratification.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of comments that are like, that wasn't very nice.
Kind of like, we hope that we never stumble on your channel again. I found it quite amusing, to say the least. Or the comment, I don't mind commenting back. If you're going to give me a smart aleck comment, I'm probably going to retaliate in a smart aleck funny way, and some people don't like that.
No, but on the days that I'm
she's so much nicer.
Managing comment, I think it's because you have to remember that hurt people. And an average person isn't just going to run out and hurt your feelings on purpose. There's something behind going on in their world that causes them to hurt you.
See, this is why everyone likes Team Sheila. They like the heart behind her, the many years of being in the church world and just reaching out. Me, I'm coming at you like a freight train.
I guess the yin and the yang.
I know, but
yin and yang.
It's a true statement is that you really do not take it personal. Somebody could be having a bad day. You don't know the story behind why they left the comment. You have to keep it in perspective. So that one is you got to grow some thick skin right out of the box.
Yes. The second one was a little more difficult for me. Not so much for you because you've always been an entrepreneur and just kind of always just roll with the punches. I have a larger than normal security gland.
Yes.
And I like security in that I would get that weekly paycheck, or I'd have the health insurance and the 401k, and it's all like nice and secure.
Yes.
And if you start a YouTube channel and that's going to be you're leaving and you're going to hit the road, and that's going to be your new income source, that's very scary.
I think that's the allure for some people, is that it's going to be their income source so they can continue to travel. We're going to go see these amazing things. It's going to be awesome. We're going to share it with the world. It's going to be Instagram worthy. And we're going to look awesome. And then they get in it and they're like, oh, yeah, this is kind of yucky. The security gland part.
That's hard.
It's hard. I believe.
Harder for me.
I believe, I could be completely wrong. I believe God gave women the security gland, and it is an unseen thing. And I think in a relationship, a lot of times, us as men, we want to run and conquer and do the things, but then we forget that she's like, wait a minute, we have health insurance to pay for, and we have insurance on our vehicles, and we have, so that those comments, they may be comments, but they're things that you need to think through.
Yeah, you need to count the cost.
Count the cost. Boy, she's full of them today. These are like really good. Like, this is good, but I am super uncomfortable, so we are going to have to change. She's burning me out over here at this fireplace. That's much better.
You're so weird sometimes.
Okay. Come a little closer. Number 3. Lay it on them.
If you're going to start a YouTube channel, you have to understand that it's going to cost you more time than you realize. This isn't something that just happens.
No. You're going to actually plan a little bit, which is not normally my best suit. That's why we're doing a video at 2:53 on a Sunday, where you guys are expecting a video today. It's not much planning on Todd's part. Sheila's now, we're communicating on different videos that we can do, so we have a plan.
You always need a plan. Said that, I'm pretty sure, in the first video.
Now,
and you're just now catching on.
Now with that comes the editing time, and with the editing time, you have to calculate that in, so you might not see this video until later this evening. Not only that, I think it also, it just depends on how you're setting your channel up. If you're wanting just to share, then you're not going to worry about the editing. If you're wanting to think about this as a revenue source or a way to grow or to do that, then you have to. She's laughing because she knows we just had these conversations. Explain the conversation.
No,
because
good. You're doing great.
It is a true thing. You have to start thinking of it as almost like a business in a way. And I like to think we're sharing our life with you, but we're bringing you, one, a little entertainment, 2, some education or inspiration that you can start your channel. I'd like to think that's happening, but we need to count the costs.
And we always need to if it's going to be a business, it's going to be just like in any career, you have to get better. And we're just started, and we're going to have to get better on, there's all kinds of things. We met with somebody this week, and we're trying to learn, okay, how can we do this better? And he gave us some great pointers and some great tips. So.
Yeah, and I get a lot of messages, hey Todd, I'm not great with editing. You're going to have to put the time in to learn how to edit. And there's no shortcuts. Go to YouTube, download Final Cut Pro like I'm using, and you just will start with simple edits, and you just go from there, and then you'll balance it out. But you have to still put the time in. There's no, unless you're hiring somebody to edit. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Okay, number 4.
4.
Don't measure your success against somebody else. I think that's not just in the YouTube world. That will preach all day long, all across.
You bring it, sister.
You can't measure your success.
Yeah.
Like, if we looked at ourselves and said, okay, all right, we have 10,000 subscribers. We're very appreciative of that.
Of the Switch crew.
Yes, I love the Switch crew. But we could compare ourselves to Chad and Tara or Keep Your Daydream, and we're like, wow, we are like 10% of what they've, like what they're doing. You can't do that. And we could also look and say, we're growing pretty fast, and somebody that has 1,000 subs might say, wow, how come they grew that quickly? You just can't compare yourself to other people. There's different avenues.
So when we started,
different content.
I personally, when we started the YouTube channel and we hit the road, we weren't sure how we would be received by you guys in this world. So it's an interesting dynamic where you don't know the content you're going to be put out. We could have came back and there could have been only like 30 subscribers.
And would you have considered it a failure at that point?
No, because we were deciding to do this to share with family and friends, and hopefully you would garner some attention from people and they go like, God, I really like them, and they want to follow along. So I don't think it would have, if we would have came back with 30, 50, 100 subscribers or 200 or whatever it would have been, I would have still looked at it as a success because we are building the memories together and we're just happen to share them with you.
Well, and I think that's also part of the success part. How do I say this? This is not, that YouTube shouldn't be a competition.
No.
There are billions of people on the planet. People connect with different people over different things, and I just don't look at this as a space where we need to be competitive against each other. This is a space where we can build each other up, and we build community, and we help each other out. And so you want to create a YouTube channel? And
We're here for you.
Yeah, you want to do the exact same route that we've done, and your content's going to just be different. It doesn't matter. Go do it. We would love, just
Yeah, I love that.
don't be competitive in this space.
But she is a competitive person. She doesn't want you. She doesn't. She's trying to talk to herself too.
I am a competitive person, but not against other people.
No.
Like
And if
I
you're
set
gonna
my own.
If you're gonna leave me a rude comment, the first thing I'm gonna do is click on your profile and see if you've ever created a video in your life. And if you have, I'm gonna give you kudos. But if you haven't, then you really don't know what the struggle is for a person to actually put themselves out there. So before we go over the number 1.
But that's why I try to answer the comments.
Yes, she's nicer. Before we go over the number 1, I have to change the battery because it's blinking red.
This.
Well, it's time for the most important one. New battery. That comes from the planning ahead, checking the battery ahead of time. We're down to number 1. This is it. The uno muno number 1 thingo before you look at creating a YouTube channel and doing most things in life. That's how important this one is. This is that important. Did you like, comment, subscribe yet? Before we give you the number 1, you should probably do that. It's free. I digress. Sheila, drop the heat. Drop it. Let them know what number 1 is. Tell them.
You have to be on the same page. We have to be on the same page.
We're on the same page.
We have to know. You have to know what your why is. Why even start a YouTube channel? Why? Why are we doing it?
Yeah. What is the whole purpose? The why behind it? The meat.
And I didn't want to do it.
No.
I didn't.
You're really gonna give them honesty like that?
I'm gonna give them honesty like that. Until you shared your why, and it captured my heart. And before that, I was like, ugh, it's just like sharing. Why do I want my life to be out there for everybody to criticize and to tell me that they don't like something about what I'm doing? But once you told me why, like to inspire and to share with other people, if we're just sharing just to share, okay. But
right.
we're sharing with a purpose. And that purpose is to maybe give people hope and to be a light and to inspire others. And we had lunch today with crew, and when they said that, that's exactly what they said, is your journey is inspiring me to get out there and do the same thing and go experience, do what they've wanted to do. And that kind of just put it all in perspective. That's our why. That doesn't have to be your why. Your why is different.
And I guess what popped in my head while she was saying that is I did share, we've done a number of videos through the course of time, and this journey is us together. We've always had children around, so this is like Sheila and I rebuilding our relationship as a married couple as well. And we've had many highs and lows, and I think it just comes down to community. She had said that earlier, and we hope that we can build a community in the RV world, a community of people tuning in on our videos. This is our why, and I firmly believe 100% from way back the penny stuff that a long time ago, but it's the 100-fold, and it's the old idea of whatever seeds we plant with you guys to maybe inspire you to do something, we don't know what it's going to look like down the road. We don't know the changes that we will make through the course of this process of the lives that we get to impact together. And we are finally getting to do something cliche. We are doing something together, which is something we've always wanted to do. And it's challenging, but very rewarding, because it's causing us to blend our personalities even more and have us grow as a couple. But the why is that hopefully that by us pushing forward with these things that bother us, the comments bother us just like they bother everyone. I can't pretend that it doesn't bother me, because sometimes it's like, wow, I spent all the time making this video content and sharing and pouring out our heart, and yet somebody's going to give, somebody a crappy comment, and it's like, why did you take the time and energy to effort? And then she was like, Todd, they might be hurting. You don't know. So hopefully why is good.
I think that this journey, we've only been on this journey for, I don't know,
3 months?
90 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been really good for our marriage in that regard is we used to just, like, we'd each go our separate ways in the morning. We'd just go do our own thing. And now we're having to have everyday conversations, and we're together every day. And it's really been good for us. And I think it's been great for our marriage to have that, just the time for us to be together. I mean, we have a lot of time to talk.
We do.
But we also, now we're kind of unified around a solid central vision for our marriage, and it's to just to pour our lives out, to pour into yours.
Yeah.
And that makes it all worthwhile, and that's what's changed my heart from going, I don't want to share my life to billions of people around the world that might someday watch, to, wow, if we can just impact a couple of people,
and those people,
it'll be worth it.
It's going to be really weird, but when you really think about it, when you get in your 50s or older, some of you might be a little seasoned, we're playing for legacy now. So the people that we may be making this video for is not for you. It could be our great-grandkids or our great-great-grandkids, and you don't know the lives that you'll put that and put forth whatever you're doing the video content for. So that's our why. The money aspect, hey, look, you could be creating the YouTube channel to create money so you can stay on the road, and we need to do that just like everyone else. This is like a tent maker scenario. Or you could have, that's just a byproduct of you putting forth the time, energy, and effort to be laughed at a little bit, to learn something new and a new skill, to learn how to edit, to do all the things that we were talking about. But it comes back to the why we're doing it, and we just hope that it does inspire other people along the way. And the audience, we don't know who that might be.
Yeah. But in our short 90 days, that is our top 5 things we've learned so far that you have to be okay with if you're going to create a YouTube channel.
Yeah. I'm good with all those. That should deserve a thumbs up.
Oh, bless.
Thanks for tuning in. We really do appreciate you, Switch Crew. And if you're not a Switch Crew member yet, all it takes is you to subscribe and give us a thumbs. They can be a doer of all things.
That's what Switch Crew does. They do all the things.
They do all the things.
Just say we're out, please. Do it. Come on. This is over.
We're out.